It's that magical time of the year, guys. Spring is in the air, officially. Even though it's not till Sunday, you can feel it and you can breathe it and you can smell it. So today we're gonna celebrate this beginning of spring and end of winter period by seeing that it's a milestone for citrus. This is the midpoint for citrus season, and we're going to go around and have a look at the citrus trees and celebrate the peak of citrus season in Melbourne, in Australia. And this is the Tangelo, which we've been feasting on now for over a month. I showed you this a few weeks ago, and literally has 1,000 fruit on it, and we've eaten over 100. So this is a major citrus that we have, very popular with everyone. It's a tart kind of sweet, like a mandarin orange combined with pomelo, if you like. So I just finished picking some of these a few moments ago, and we're gonna juice these. They're very, very juicy. Yeah, citrus season also involves a lot of grapefruit, and this is our main grapefruit tree called the Ruby Red, and it's absolutely loaded again. There's at least 100 grapefruit on such a small tree. These are ready, well, anywhere between now and summer. It's best to leave these fully ripened. They get sweeter. Check it out, it's only a meter tall, or 1.2 meters. That's 4 foot, and it's packing 100 grapefruit. And as you can see, it's also shooting out for next year at the same time, the new shoots. All the citrus trees are doing that. Even here, if I go across to the lime, there you go, where is it? Right there. At the same time as holding the lime, it's also shooting out for next year. Yeah, and this lime tree, which is just about had now, we picked off most of the limes over the last 4 months. It's almost bare now. There's about a dozen on there, but we took off a good 300, maybe more. So a very delicious lime. There's those new shoots again. And over here is the winter orange, which is finished now. There's only like a dozen oranges left. That's also getting shoots for next year. And it's even getting fruit for next year. Look at that. They're flower buds ready to pop open. So it's getting ready to flower and set fruit whilst it still has fruit. So this is the Washington Navel, which is ready in May, and we pick it from May to July, early August. This one here is another navel tree, Naval Orange, and it's about 6 years old, and it's starting to shoot up now, finally. So you've got to be patient with these citrus. They take about 5 years before they take off, and this one has been taking off now for about a year. It was always like the grapefruit, about 1 meter in height for the first 3-4 years, and now in year 6 it's like I said, it's shooting off. It's about 5 foot, maybe 5.5 foot. That is almost 2 meters in height. And this year it's got a record amount of fruit. At least, I would say, 50, 60 fruit. And these oranges are much larger than the regular Navel. This is like a giant Navel, massive size. So if you like your oranges nice and big, this is the one to get. They're absolutely huge. So we have 3 different sizes. This is the huge one. Then we have the standard one and the smaller Navel. And this one is ready now, between August and October, so early spring. This one is another Navel. I planted it 10 years ago as a backup. It was meant to be a backup. And look at it, look how big it got. I keep trimming it and cutting it back to 2.5, 3 meters, but it shoots straight back up to 4.5 meters every spring. So once again I have to bring it down. Now it's a backup because as you saw, we got plenty of Navel oranges, but there's never enough, guys. There's never enough oranges. So these are the backups. And by the way, these guys have been on here for, oh my gosh, at least 3 months, and we haven't picked any. And as you can see, it's getting new shoots for next year, and fruit, flowers, fruit, all over. Look at that. Setting, setting, setting. Setting, 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 all over. Everywhere. At the same time that it's holding fruit, it's sending out flowers and young fruit for next year. Everywhere. Look at that. There's a fruit in here, and yet it's doing the same. So this is our backup orange tree. We rarely ever pick from it. Usually we just let the fruit drop to the ground. There's one there. Just let it drop. It's a massive, massive orange tree. A backup. Have enough fruit, guys, so that you can refeed the tree. Give back to the tree. A surplus. And here we're approaching the main Navel orange tree I have, which is 12 years old. Check it out. This is the one that we feast on mainly. It's ready next month. That is next week, September to December. This is our spring, early summer variety Navel orange. And as you can see, these are much smaller in size, much smaller than the one I showed you earlier. But check it out. Wow. Over 1,000 oranges here. Over 1,000. So look at that. Crazy. Easy to be a fruitarian at Fruitopia. Very easy. Even in winter. Mind you, all these fruits I'm showing you, all these citrus, they all grow over winter and ready to be eaten in winter and spring and early summer. So we like our cooked food though, and we mix it all together. Both fruit and starches, cooked starches. This one's a dwarf Navel Orange. So much, guys, so much. We're so grateful and thankful for all the abundance that we have here at Fruitopia, that we say thank you by giving back to the tree. As they drop, we just let them drop. This is also late season Navel. These guys are ready around September to November, spring. And it's the only dwarf orange I have. It grows to only 2.5 meters, about 7 feet. It's good for compact areas, small spaces like courtyards. I've got this right in the middle of the banana circle. There you go. Got some bananas here that are ready to bring inside, but I just let them ripen outside. The bats haven't arrived yet. The fruit bats come back to Melbourne around October, and there's nothing right now to worry about. So there you go. There's another Naval Orange. I've lost count. Are you guys counting or what? The next citrus we have is the Moroccan, French Moroccan mandarin called the Afourer. Afourer. A Kumquat type of mandarin. And these are ready roughly about now. It says in the Sunraysia district. We're not in the Sunraysia district, we're in southern Victoria. So they won't be ready till the middle or late spring. Check it out. It's another compact semi-dwarf citrus that grows to about 3 to 3.5 meters. I'm going to keep it at about 2.5 meters at the same height as the shed. I've had this one for 4 years, but when I bought it, it was already mature. Paid $120 for this 4 years ago to give me a kickstart. So as you can see, in 4 years, look at the size of it. That's because it was already 3 years old when I bought it. So really it's 7 years old. Yeah. And the beauty about this mandarin, it bears all year round, not only in spring. So right now we have these mandarins that are ready to eat, the dark ones, right? The darker, the more ripe. Simultaneously with these green ones, which won't be ready till the new year, January, right? Till summer. And then we also have young ones for next year. So not only do we have these young ones that are coming next winter, we also have this Moroccan mandarin variety also getting ready to flower. Look at that. The flower buds ready to open. Can you believe it? And then those little flower buds become fruit, like that one there. Look at that. See that little fruit? Well, that's what these flowers are going to become. Yeah, so this seems to be the ultimate mandarin tree. Ready to eat today, ready to eat in 3 months, ready to eat in 6 months, and ready to eat in 9 months. All at once. Amazing. Yes, guys. And there's more. There's more. This is the main mandarin that I have that's been here for 25 years at least. Because when I moved here 20 years ago, this was already fully established 5 or 6 year old mandarin tree. So this one is very consistent and our oldest mandarin. And this is ready now. Usually at the end of August, middle to end of August, and through the month of September. Check it out. And this is not the best year. Last year there were like 3 times more than this year. This is like a light crop, believe it or not. a light crop of mandarins. Yep, this is what a light crop looks like at Fruitopia here in Melbourne. And this too is shooting out for next year. New shoots. It's amazing. Nature really is amazing, guys. It's all happening at once. Fruiting and shooting together. And coming back to the other side, there's the other tree that was here when I moved in. This is the lemon tree we have, one of two lemon trees. This lemon tree together with this Emperor variety mandarin were the only two fruit trees that were here, two citrus trees. There was also a loquat. So there was a loquat and these two citrus. And as you can see, wow. Every year, guys, when you have a tree this big, it's consistent. Every year. Every year. There's at least 100, maybe more, lemons on this, I think it's Lisbon. Really large lemons. Definitely not your common lemon that you're used to. Look at that. Look at that. And they get even bigger than this. Check it out. Lemons. Here's a beauty. This one here is mainly used for cooking. It's a rare subtropical citrus known as the Kaffir lime or Kaffir lime, depending how you pronounce it. It's used mainly for cooking, like I said. In Thailand, they take the leaf and they crush it, and they add it to a lot of the Thai dishes. Wow, very, very strong. It smells like Thailand, basically. And I've had this one for around 10 years, and it's full size, fully established. If I can get in there, the sun is shining. There you go. You can use the fruit too as zest. And this one is around 3.5 to 4 meters. Like I said, fully established. Kaffir or Kaffir lime tree. I say that it's not able to grow in Melbourne. Well, I proved them all wrong. Not only is it growing in Melbourne, it's flourishing in Melbourne. Check out all the fruit that's fallen and all the trimmings of the leaves. By the way, these leaves, they're like $5-6 for an ounce. Yeah, at the Asian grocery. And then we have this, the largest citrus of all, the king or queen of citrus, the pomelo. I've shown you this before, but of course this has to be in today's video. These are almost finished. In about a month, these will be all gone. So this runs, the season runs between July and September on the pomelo. We've got about, wow, 50 this year, around 50 pomelos on this 6-year-old pomelo tree. It's doing really well. Very happy with this tree. I never thought I would get such good results with pomelo. There you go. It's also waking up for next year. Look at that. This is a subtropical citrus tree. That means ideally suited for southeast Queensland, well, anywhere in Queensland along the coast, and the tropics. And check it out, how great it's doing here in the cool temperate zone of Victoria. It's 3.5 meters tall. So I'm very satisfied with the results of this huge citrus. We're going to wrap up this special video on citrus with this tiny fruit. Do you guys know which one this is? Yeah, it's called the Kumquat. And we went from the pomelo, which is the largest citrus, to the smallest citrus. From pomelo to kumquat, just like that. And when this is loaded, which it was last year and the year before, it looks so beautiful, covered with these little toy-like orange-colored fruits. Let's try one. I haven't had one so far this winter. Okay, it's a very unusual fruit. It's sour on the inside, and the skin, which you eat, is sweet. Check out the plumcod. If this ain't spring, I don't know what is. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that special citrus edition, end of winter, beginning of spring, at home here in Melbourne, Australia. Like, subscribe, and put on the notification for the next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share this with all the folks out there who are interested in subtropical and tropical fruit growing in temperate zones. Adieu.